Toledo's home for hoops, ESPN 100.7. The Ticket. Stay in the know and never miss a play.
The end zone touchdown!
Get your sports updates now. Listen on the TuneIn app or at 1007theticket.com. His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
This is the Ryan Day Show, brought to you statewide by Safe Light Auto Glass. Coach, what are you most proud of when you look back after this win on Saturday?
I don't know. I think, for the most part, we did what we were supposed to do. It's no secret that this was not a matchup game, but we're looking for clean play. We wanted to make sure we were executing and being more explosive. Certainly on offense, we wanted to play with some tempo. We were able to do that. We were able to get some explosive plays. So, hopefully that part can, build some confidence as we move forward. Created some turnovers on defense, which was a focal point going into this one.
4 plays of 40-plus yards, 32 first downs. You said coming into the week, Coach, that you wanted to be explosive. When you look back at this game on Saturday, what did you like specifically from the offense?
I thought, Julian got the ball out of his hand quickly. I thought he was accurate with his throws. I thought, the protection was good. Spacing was about what we wanted to be. And then I thought, we handled the tempo pretty good, which was good because we mostly have been playing out of the huddle this past week. So, and really most of the preseason, quite honestly, we mixed in a little bit of tempo, but it's the first time we really put the pedal in the metal, and I thought we handled that okay.
We'll have a final comment after this.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safe Light Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at SafeLight.com. Safe Light Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Buckeye fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother. Makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Coach, what can we expect from this tempo moving forward? Is it a game-by-game type of basis, or do you like where the tempo was today?
It's just, a tool, and when you need it, you can use it. And so, it's good to know that we can use this, but there's things about it that are good. There's things about it that are, everything has pluses and minuses. So, we'll take a look to see when it can help us when we need to change pace in a game, based on how things are going. And it's always a tool that we need. We can pull it out. It's been good for us in the past, and it's good to know that we can use it.
This is the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
This Saturday is the CorvetteParts.net Glass City 200 at the Toledo Speedway, the biggest race of the year. Plus, Corvette owners get in free if you bring your ride. Don't miss the Glass City 200 this Saturday, September 13th. Tickets at ToledoSpeedway.com.
Hi, I'm Abigail Mann.
And I'm Jeff Mann, and we'd like to welcome you and invite you to Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
I love helping couples find the perfect engagement ring. One of the values that I bring as a graduate gemologist is expertise. Finding that perfect engagement ring for that perfect someone is a one-of-a-kind moment.
We have beautiful, breathtaking, amazingly unique styles to choose from. Items that you will not find anywhere else in the area.
No matter what you're looking for, we have the perfect man-made diamond waiting here for you.
You know you want to give her the biggest and the best quality diamonds you can. With Man-Made Diamonds, we make dreams come true.
Man-made diamonds are 100% real diamonds. Man-made diamonds are available exclusively at Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers, 5247 Monroe Street in Toledo. JeffreyMannFineJewelers.com.
This hour is brought to you by Dunn Chevy. If you have a fender bender, wouldn't you want it repaired by the best body men in town? The Dunn Collision Center is that place. Find us at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
This is Denny Schaefer for Knight Insurance. The expertise at Knight Insurance is important now more than ever. You see, the insurance landscape is changing out there in an unprecedented way, and it's hard to navigate it by yourself. Knight Insurance will give you the counsel you need to guide you through it all. Proud carriers of Auto Owners Insurance, their experience will guide you to the right choices for your insurance in these challenging times. Call Knight Insurance in downtown Toledo and ask about Auto Owners Insurance. 419-241-5133.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic.
Dr. Dre is a Fed. And so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
What are you doing here? Business.
I'm the champion of the world, and nothing can be done about that. I can't be beat, and I won't be beat. This time I'm gonna train even harder. There won't be no quick knockdown.
Because the beating that you got from BCSN, I should have killed you, kid. You didn't.
This country wants to keep me down. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
He's just another fighter. No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry. Killers like this guy. He'll knock you into tomorrow.
I am ranked number one. That means I'm the best. Get out my face. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Hard words from a hard man.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. I reject the challenge. There's no challenge.
Don't listen to it. No, do listen to it. When this is over, a lot of folks are going to owe you an engraved apology.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
Thinking of a master plan. Oh, let's go. Thinking of a master plan. Hey, one time, thinking of a master plan. Cause ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands, so I dig into my pocket. All my money is spent, so I dig deeper. Still coming up with lint, so I start my mission, leave my residence, thinking how could I get some dead presidents? I need money. I used to be a stick-up kid, so I think of all the devious things I did. I used to roll up. This is a hold up. All right, what's going down? I want to get my Rakim going on a Monday. What's going on, everybody? Fastest buck 20 in sports underway. We call it Black and White Sports. Buck 20, we mean 60 minutes and 60 minutes. So, hour number one, we begin. My name is Andre of the Savages. Josh Burnham alongside here in the studio. What's up, JB? How was your weekend, sir? Makes sense Monday. I forgot to say that. Let me say that too.
Very pleasant. And may I add that if I would have said 3 weeks ago or several weeks ago that Northview would have a better one-loss record than Central Catholic, you would have thought I'd be crazy.
Damn. We might have thought you was nutty. We would have said, get on out here, Josh McGillicuddy. You was a fuddy-duddy. Yep. And it is muddy what you saying. Yeah, that's what we would have said. We would have said that. We would have said probably a lot of other things. I mean, there's a lot of things we're going to say as we get in here. NFL Week 1. It's a reax. Let's respond and reacts to the weekend. Now, let us keep in mind that I am a strong proponent of Week 1 success. You can talk crazy all you want. Everybody has been working on Week 1 for about 6 months. And I don't like it when we come out and lose unless you lose on company time and the company watch and the company email like the Ravens did. Not mad at that because, see, this is the thing. Now, I have to come on here. Listen, for people who never heard it before and you riding through, you might be catching it. Maybe you coming through from the D. I don't know. Maybe you're just traveling, period. Maybe you were in Canada hanging out with OVO or something, and you're moving down south, okay? And you're hearing this. I don't know. Maybe you're at exit 11. God bless you if you are. I don't know. I can't believe you missed happy hour. You got to get in there before 11 a.m. Oh, no. Man. But in case you're hearing it, it's your first time. You're going to hear things, and it's going to sound like stuff that's not the regular stuff, right? And so I'm telling you all right now, I was not fooled by any bit of the flimshammery that went off with that game last night with Buffalo, except Josh Allen coming through and scoring the touchdown at the end that got us out of the weekend with a win. Yeah, Josh. Yep, I'm starting off. I won this weekend. Didn't win much. That is not the point. The point is not to bust out and be broke heading to the next day. Are we clear, Mr. Burner?
We are clear.
So we move on. We didn't do what we wanted to do? No. Did I make $500,000 yesterday? Absolutely, I did not. Authorities, absolutely no. Didn't do anything close to that. But as someone coming out of the weekend, not in the red like that, I feel good to come to you all today on this Monday. And again, last night, I'm sorry, I didn't buy that. Now, I had people texting. We are expecting the fellas today. Okay. Oh, real quick, we want to send our prayers, man, and energies to our man Schmidbauer, Big Chris, going to deal with some family things. So he's not going to be able to join us today. So we may have to rearrange what we wanted to do with our high school catalog for today. So just be advised, because again, we really wanted to hear from Chris. Obviously we're going to talk about the Central. We got to go in, right? But we did it. Usually we do it on the Tuesday. So we're not really out of the woods. So don't wig out on me. We got too much NFL. We got too much NFL, and we got to roll back over Saturday. Okay. The whole weekend, Tricky Ricky. So we got all that stuff going on. But like I said, the last night fiasco, not buying that. But like I said, I hope the fellas show, because this is where we need to get Ski, because he's feeling froggy doggy. He likes Josh Allen. He likes to go off, and he doesn't like respecting Lamar Jackson. That's even more important. So he was real gilly-nilly. He's, Josh Allen, any more questions? Just imagine somebody getting this text. Everybody's on it, right? Because I'm on it. Jeff, Andy, Ski is on there. Josh, you should be on there too. But I don't know. The point is, Ski is talking silly. He's already 1 week. And he said, any more questions? So I'll wait till about 5 a.m. And when I go to texting folks, I hit you about 4:45, 5 o'clock, right? And so I said, yes, there is a question. Was that a damn postseason game? Exactly. Josh Allen's finest. The hell? There y'all go. This is what we do. See?
Yeah, too bad it was just week one of
too bad, Josh. Really though. Josh Allen, any questions? Yeah, I got one. What will happen when it's time for your ass to go home? Again. In true Buffalo fashion. What? He gets froggy. I can't wait. Bring his ass in here today so we can light Ski. We're going to light him up like a tree. Unbelievable, man. Chill out. And then we got to come to your boy Parsons. So all of that. It's a few takeaways out of the week that I must address, though. The new first down measurement system. What is this? And nobody told me. This is what we're doing. And you all have no problem with the new measurement system digitally mastered and remastered by the chicanist. That doesn't smell funky to anyone at all. That doesn't have a scent. New first down. Like peanut butter. One more time for the cheap seats, Josh. new first down measurement system. Smelling just like peanut butter. Nah, hell no. No, see? And you all getting mad. So back to what I was going to say, I did all of that to really try to avoid saying what I want to say. As much as we talk all around it, we're going to talk about the game and talk about the whole thing like the whole thing was just a happen chance, and everybody got their little suits on and their tight danskin pants, and they ran out there in cleats and they got it on. And nothing was in there for flaskoness, nothing, except Derrick Henry, who fumbles how often? Never. You blew it. And you bought that? You bought that. Yeah. All right. That Aaron Rodgers says, kiss my grits.
Kiss my grits.
To the New York contingent. And it looks like the trade will, I believe, work out for Micah and Jerry, is what I believe. This is what I'm thinking here after this weekend. Also, the Colts will be an issue. And finally, if you thought I wasn't coming through here from Friday on this broad here with the baseball, oh boy. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's do this. Anthony Butler. He's our guy. Anthony, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. What can't he do? Make a mistake as the master barber and stylist. Ladies, this is Ring the Bell.
Want to ring the bell?
All right. Ding, ding.
All right. On this Make Sense Monday, let's ring the bell. Thank you, Anthony Butler, the master barber and stylist. 419-407-0880. Walk-ins welcome. So be advised, it's 5-star Google rating. That's very important. All right, let's go. Let's roll it back. Got to go through the weekend, Josh, a little bit on this. Buckeyes up here first. Look, man, they should have had Ryan Day on that clip we do when we run the little segment. So he could have just said, listen, I don't know why we're scheduling these things. I'm upset. Why do we have to keep playing this doggone game to sit up here and run around here with Grambling after risk getting guys hurt, out here playing silliness and just, 70-0, everybody. Again, a bunch of glorified scrimmages we can expect now from the Buckeyes. So it's all good that they certainly won that first one I was talking about. But yeah, Josh, this Grambling, what are we doing here? What's happening with this? Why?
I'll give you 1.5 million reasons.
Oh, okay, there you go. I'm clear now. That's right, I'm clear.
About like their band is coming up to the shoe.
Yeah.
And have the most exciting band versus the world's
the best. You want to see the band
in the land.
They want to see the band. That's what it was, Josh. They wanted to see the band. Okay.
I know the bands.
Okay. See, now that was real. You're right. That was a battle. There it is. See, Josh, I'm clear. I got it. That makes perfect sense. We weren't here for no football game. But thank you, Grambling. They put their uniforms on to help us scrimmage. We did need a scrimmage. The practice needed to go off, and nobody's upset. It was good work. We worked on all the rotations. Everybody played.
Yeah, and just saying, he was 18 of 19 for 306 yards, 4 touchdowns and 1 pick. He looked pretty good, even though they were playing basically a junior varsity squad.
Well, hey, again, we just cleared it up. We're all clear. All right, let's go. Moving on. We did a lot around here. Again, the weekend was plentiful. Then those Rockets. The Western Kentucky thing. I thought it was going to go different. Boy, did I give some bad advice to some people over the weekend. Sorry, guys. Everybody in the group chat, my bad on the Western. I read it wrong. I read the information wrong. Toledo gets a easy win over Western Kentucky, which it should have been. 45-21, the final. Again, home opening properly. I thought it was going to be some excitement. My bad.
Yeah,
I misread it.
Yeah, me too. And unlike last year when a lightning delay slowed the Rockets' momentum down in the other Bowling Green, that's where Western Kentucky came from.
Yeah.
There was no delay. Rockets stick to the game plan as normal as Chip Trainium led the way with 163 yards rushing on 14
Damn right he
throws and
did.
2 touchdowns. And they built up like a 45-7 lead going into the third quarter, kind of let off the brakes in the fourth. But then again, it was all over but the shower.
Man, we can clown with that one. Trainium. I ain't mad at you, bro. That's incredible. That boy, his name is Trainium. Let's move on. Then, the Falcons. Thank you very much, Falcons. We didn't get this parlay done, but that's because there were 18 teams on it, and you did your job. Covered that doggone 22. What kind of insult is that to an Eddie George ball club? Are you crazy? You see, you cool, but you not that cool. 34-20 was the final. Thank you, Falcons.
Yeah, Drew Pine threw for 274 yards on 29 of 36 forwards and a touchdown, but Cincinnati was just a little better as Mr. Brandon Sorsby threw for 333 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Bearcats took care of the Falcons down at Nippert Stadium, 34-20.
Bam. There it is. All right. Fresh. Oh, and then this one. Yeah, sorry about this one too. This one, see, I get emotional, get the talking, tripping out. Michigan went down here. I didn't really know what it was with Oklahoma. I didn't really know what it was with my man 10. I didn't know it was 10 to win. I didn't know. I should have bet 10 to win on this one. 24-13 was the finals. Oh boy, Wolverines. We're not that good. We're not that good. Oh my God, we're not that good still. Oh damn.
And the freshman wonderkin Bryce Underwood had a dose of reality.
Yeah, reality.
9 of 24 passing, 142 yards.
Ooh.
He got sacked once as the offense was led by Justice Haynes, who ran for 125 yards on 19 carries. But that's
and his counterpart. What does counterpart do? What happened at OU?
John Mateer.
Yeah. What did Mateer? Tell him it's a different Mateer. It's different tiers to this. It's a different Mateer.
Well, he's stepped up to a next tier. He was 21 of 34 for 270, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And he was also their team's leading rusher with 74 yards on 19
He was
carries.
a scamper damper.
And he scored 2 touchdowns. So
Oh, Lord.
He accounted for all 3 of Oklahoma's touchdowns. A one-man wrecking crew as they took care of the Wolverines down in Norman, 24-13. Barry Switzer must be very happy.
Oh, oh, Lord. Geez. Oh, boy. Yep, those weren't good ones. I didn't think those picks, that doggone Michigan, that didn't work. Sorry about that. All right, let's roll. Let's roll the break here. Let's ring the bell. Oh, and quickly here, MLB, before we jump out, Josh, real fast. Reds over Mets, 3-2, your final. And Tigers. Ugh. A belt to the Sox, 6-4 loss. Janky. Guards, 2-1 over Tampa Bay, and we talked about this. I told you this nonsense with Cleveland. Could you please just go on and get swept, Cleveland? Damn.
They're just like these bees in the production studio. They just keep coming right at you.
Listen, when I come back, I got to tell you, Josh was in here getting stung by bees. There were bees in the studio. I didn't say a bee. I said bees. There is a nest here. Josh was chilling. He has a rosy red mark on his cheek, and it's like it was nothing. Workers' comp could be underway. It's the fastest buck 20. We'll come right back. It's a Monday. We just getting into it. NFL reacts. And Angel Reese, child, please. We got to stop this. Girl, it was a runaway wreck.
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 Right Now Traffic.
From the Lakes Concrete Coatings Traffic Center. No unusual slowdowns, no issues to pass along at this time on your Monday commute. If you're seeing anything we're not, you can call or text. That's your Cumulus Toledo Right Now Traffic.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the Big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Elevate the look and feel of your outdoor living with Lynx Concrete Coatings. Porches, patios, pool surroundings come to life with their Designer Flake series. Experience the difference. Schedule your free estimate now at lynxconcretecoatings.com.
Black and White Sports is now.
No allows. We got you on file. Yep, every day you like the crocodile. All these tears, all these years, you got on the track and let out your fears. Bouncing around, jumping on the track, trying to disguise your ass is whack. Then we out here, we got your back. Hell no, these is the facts. You lost, it's a cost. You out here fronting, you not a boss. Either way, we gon' toss. And then we get to my show.
Monday through Friday. From 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
If you don't recognize a Barry Sanders jersey, you shouldn't be hosting a segment on sports television. I'm sorry. You just don't have the requisite sports knowledge to be hosting. And you can't fake it. You guys know this. If somebody fakes being a genuine sports fan, you find them out pretty quick because they can't talk about games. They can't talk about athletes. You know how this goes. But it's a big, embarrassing moment for ESPN.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
On 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports, brought to you by my good friends at the Bellamere Suites, Perrysburg, Ohio. Appreciate the kind staff and good friends there, all the way to Cumming, GA. That's Atlanta, suburban. Plug in, revisit fun romance, if I'm being more specific. 866-499-BELLA. Bellamere Suites. Get back into fun. You guys need it. It's not just romance. We said fun romance, too, as a note. All right, we back in here. I am Andre of the Savages. 877-909-1007. You want to say something to me? Or Josh. Say something to Josh. Josh likes when you talk to him. Text. I mean, you could call us, but if we get calling, then sometimes it gets excessive, and you never know with that. Just text, and we can kind of guide things.
Yeah, we get a lot of very interesting people that like to call.
That's true. Some of the stuff that doesn't necessarily get shared, but it is always an interesting gathering for sure. But hey, welcome in everybody. Again, it is a Monday. I hope your weekend was great. But yes, we went crazy, right? With the entire, this was the full weekend, the full complement of all levels, gridiron. And whoa, like I said, we may have to delay everybody. I wanted to talk to all of the fellas, but certainly none more than Schmidbauer. And like we said, man, so we want to send and offer our energy, man, and our prayers for he and his family right now. Chris is trying to tend to some emergency matters with regard to his family. So we're not going to be able to do what we had planned to do today because, Josh, we needed to discuss what are we going to say? Like you said, Northview, Central, are they equal levels? According, hey, Parcells say you are what your record says you are, Josh. What do we do?
I mean, I'm just happy that not only that Northview scored points against a meaningful opponent, but we actually won a game, breaking a 15-game losing streak that stretches back to 2023.
Stranger things are going on. I don't know what to make of it. First, we certainly sold it. We understood that it was necessary for the Irish to take on the more suitable competition, especially with respect to the fact that it has been often difficult for them to find admirable competition. And now suddenly it seems as though we may have overdosed on the doggone competition.
But they are who we thought they were.
I don't know what we think at this point. But again, if we don't entirely get to that conversation, we will certainly try to have it tomorrow. You know, with all things considered, we just, like I said, we just hope everything is good and well and in order for Chris Schmidbauer, man, and his family. But we talked to Sandman here later on, man, hour number 2. And like I said, hopefully we get Ski. He's not going to show, Josh. He won't show.
I mean, I
light
figured
his ass up.
I mean, his Bears are playing tonight.
Even more reason for him to duck canery. He's a disdainist.
I mean, I figured he should at least call in or hop on in and tell him, hey, brand new season Bears, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams.
He's a Caleb Williamsist. Of course not. But you know what, though? Like, Josh, seriously, when we cut the crap, though, like, just a sidebar, advancing through the show, I'm thinking we may need to take the Bears tonight. I hate saying it. It's not even about, it's not about me and how I feel, because, you know, I'm McCarthy'd out. You already know where I'm at in terms of the loyalty, and I would like to see this and that. But I'm telling you, I've checked with the people, and Josh, it looks like the play could be Bears. Just store that away for a minute. We'll have to come back to that later. But I didn't want to admit that. And you know it's going to be hard for me to see if Caleb Williams goes out here and these guys get a victory. Oh, my goodness. That's all they'll be able to say is that it's turning around. The coach has reshaped him. I think you're getting an under. I think we're running the ball tonight. I don't think either coach is going to give the young upstarts too many opportunities to F things up. That's what I think. That's just my little, my little forecast. I think we're running the ball tonight. I think it's Swift. It's going to be a Taylor Swift night for the Bears. Not the actual Taylor, by the way. It's not his name, but it sounded catchier to say it that way. The young man Swift on the Bears, he runs the ball. He's going to be running a lot. Matter of fact, we're looking at it over for him tonight.
I'm just interested to see
what
Ben Johnson's game plan is going to be.
Is your mic on? Turn your mic on. I can't believe I'm saying turn your mic up. I know that's risky with you.
It's one of those a little louder. Mics. Let's see.
Yeah. You got the fluky loop. That's the fluke. Quit messing with that one. I'm telling you, why don't you get on mic 3? You saw what I did today. I made a shift. I always level up. That's always the play here. Whenever, however, we must. And that mic 3, that was the way to go, Josh.
Yeah, I did notice that mic 3 was very spry and very cooperative.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I just knew you were going to say crispy right there. I just thought, I was like, hey, here comes crispy. He's going to go crispy. And you didn't. You're unpredictable, Josh. That's the point. And that's what makes you a Renaissance man. You look like Tom Selleck, too, in that part.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's react to the NFL here, if we must. Let me just, because I can't, man. We got about, we're in this last frame, first hour here. Thank you. It's Black and White Sports, by the way. We tell you this all the time. It's not like anything else. We swear. And it's not always intentional. It just isn't. I've been known to be a little bit unique throughout my time here on Earth. Okay. Where are we starting, Josh? Last night? Yeah. We'll go last night? Okay, we're back to last night. Fine.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Okay, fine. This is this guy. Okay, Josh Allen. Whoop-de-woo, rooly-loo-lee-loo. No, Josh Allen got busy, though. No, he got busy. I'm not mad at you, Josh Allen, because, again, I had you on the parlay. Look, we come through this morning. We didn't completely flat out. And for that, I thank you. I was concerned. You were the last peg in the rung. Josh, would you switch it with it off? If you're going to make the changes, cut it off, dude. This guy, you hear the mic going off back while he's switching mic. But, yeah, man, Josh Allen busy. That's cool. And those of you who want to believe in the heroics and all this, the 15 points with the 5 minutes, listen, people, that is entertainment. That is entertainment, NFL at its finest. An incredible weekend is what they gave us. Capped off last night with the smoke and mirrors. Derrick Henry just lays the ball down like this. But then they always do it. They do it when the guy got busy. Let me tell you. Watch this. Now, everybody stay with me. Hold on, Josh. I got to jump on camera. I got to jump back on camera for this. I need him to look at me in my eyes. Need him to see me in my eyes. Got to make sure so they don't think I'm lying. Let me make sure they look at me in my eyes. Radio people, you can't really look at me in my eyes. You got to hear me in your ears direct. See, when it's done with the fixery and the man that takes the assignment from the email, in this case, Derrick Henry last night, notice if we check it, I'm going to go one example. I should go 2 or 3, but I'm just off the top of the dome right now. That means off the top of the head. That means I'm improving for everyone. It's important. We all stay together now on what we're talking, because I can take you all the way on another page with the vocabulary. So, and sometimes the inferences, and I got to keep it cultural. It's very serious too. It's very tense. Now, it's usually on a night when the star man or the fall guy has gotten busy, though. It's not like you had a horrible game. He had the carries lackluster, again, yards below average, all this going on, nothing to speak of in terms of your scoring. He got everything. Derrick Henry was on deck last night as an anytime scorer. He's on my parlay, so we got that. We did everything we needed to do. He was running up and down, smacking people on the ground, doing the whole Derrick Henry, Paul Henry display. Paul Bunyan and what's his name? Henry and Bunyan, them boys. He was doing that. And then what? Cost you the game. Now, let's jump back, rewind. Do we all remember? I believe it might have been John Taylor. As I was because I'm going to talk about the Colts today. Might have been John Taylor. Josh, do you remember laying the ball down before the goal line?
Seem to remember.
You remember that? Well, we should check his stats that day because I think he was getting busy that day. And then he did that. And so that's the one that just came to my mind because usually guys I think are getting sort of busy. But that's the cover because the guy's been having a great game. Last guy in the world you expect to turn that game over last night is Derrick Henry. Anybody and their mother could have given the game away like he did last night on cue. And nobody feels nothing is stinky at all. Nothing at all. Nothing. Because what you would have said was the Baltimore Ravens dominated the football game throughout the game. Kind of like, remember how the Indiana Pacers would be losing the whole damn game until they weren't. Huh? This doesn't sound nothing funky about nothing I'm saying. Doesn't get you any nothing. Stirs nothing in your soul. Nothing in your brain. Nothing at all. Nothing. Let's come back with it, Josh. I know we got a break. Let's break. Last time for hour number one. We'll come back and run through a few of them. But Josh wanted to start with the Buffalo. The Buffalo was simply that. Shouts out to everybody busy. Cook. Again, they have you believing Cook is a guy you can count on running. Remember in the playoffs and things, I don't really care. I don't know if I can count on Cook. I don't feel like that. Again, Ski said, is it any questions? Yeah. Was that a postseason game? Which is why it has absolutely no value whatsoever. Completely by the Bills if you want. Sit tight. We'll be back one last time. Hour number one, Black and White.
From the sidelines to the headlines, this is Black and White Sports with the one and only Andre of the Savages on 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
From the Lakes Concrete Coatings Traffic Center. No unusual slowdowns, no incidents to pass along at this time on your Monday commute. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the Big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Damp and musty? Then do what I did. Call Toledo Basement Repair. They're Toledo's experts in waterproofing basements and crawl spaces. They stop leaks, seal cracks, get rid of that stinky air, and keep your home dry, safe and mold-free for your family's health. They did great for me, and they'll do great for you. Don't wait until it rains. Call Toledo Basement Repair today. 419-504-HOME. Toledo Basement Repair. Keep it dry.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
I'm a very romantic person. I love to be in love when I can, and I sincerely believe in the hope there's someone out there for everybody. The more I date, the more I realize that my person died at birth or something, I don't know.
ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
Let's get set to roll out of here. Hour number one wrapping up. Fastest buck 20 in sports. We call it Black and White Sports. It is a Monday. Makes sense Monday to be specific, right? 877-909-1007 if you want to hit us up. I being Andre of the Savages. That man you see in the middle of your screen, that's Josh Barnum. Head technical poobah. K. Jones, yeah, go ahead, man. Get your Mama Mary's on. K. Jones said he's going. I saw his comment earlier. He said he's going to get the Mama Mary's on. Some of these comments, too. Who said? Hightower said the Pittsburgh game was janky, too. It was. But, again, you know, you got the listen, people, everybody misunderstands what I'm saying. When I tell you it's, yeah, you damn right it's rigged. You absolutely right. Let me be the only host in America who will say those words like I just said it in that way. Absolutely. You a fool if you think it's not. That's your problem. If you really think you sit up here and we bet money on something trying to predict, this is as legitimate as wrestling. That's not the first time you've heard that. But get over yourselves, please, and just enjoy the movie. You never go to the damn movies, Josh, and get mad because you know the ending or somebody might have told you or you find out. Didn't they write it before you went? The hell? So again, Derrick Henry last night, Steeler game felt funky. The Cowboy game was funky because they took Jalen Carter off the field from the gate. That was spooky looky. And then what did you find out, Josh? When we come back in here, let's get to this. We went to the SBI. Josh comes back with the facts. I brought you an instance from last season when Jonathan Taylor of the Indy Colts laid the damn football down before he crossed the goal line. Do you all recall this? Absolutely you do. Guess what? And when I say they give you the smoke screen man or the fall guy person, usually has had a great day. Josh, what did you say that man had done that day?
22 carries, 107 yards rushing, no touchdowns.
Oh, Lord. And he put the touchdown down. That probably would have been decisive in the doggone game. Stop playing with me. I don't appreciate the disrespect and certainly the insults at my intelligence. Do what you do. Think what you think, believe what you want. We're here to make money, period. I'm not here to celebrate your nostalgia. I'm not here to fight about your SEC or your big fake ass 10 that has 30 teams in it. I'm not here for that. I'm here to make good wagers. What's up to the people who know this? That's all we can do. Now, we'll discuss it along the way and hopefully make sense of what we're betting. Other than that, we're acting silly. Now, if we want to wear the colors and go to the thing and go to the movies, then do that. But quit getting angry when you're looking at foolishness and you watch it unfold. Derrick Henry just put the ball down after dominating the game. Oh, I know, because that just happens. It's part of the game. Just like holding, you know, the one call that doesn't matter, they say happens every play, then why are we calling it? When we feel like it, I know. I know. Now you got a farm system for college now, and you up here mad about that because the money's moving and we got 2 NFLs happening simultaneously. Chill out. Watch the show. Let it go. 877-909-1007. All right, Josh, real quick, though. We can breeze through because we're going to get into that. We might as well spend that next hour doing most of it, but we can start it. Can I do this sidebar? Because I'm not going to be talking about her in the second hour. Let's go to, we're doing this now. Let's do the don't do it. Let's have the don't do it. Today, everybody, we interrupt our NFL programming to talk about our favorite or certainly one of our top 5 queens of the empire. But we have a spot here that we like to call Don't Do It.
Don't do it, bloodbath. 4. Don't do it, bloodbath. 3. He gonna do it, boy. 2. Kill it. 4. Kill it. Okay, all right.
Oh, boy. Okay. What I need you to not do, Angel Reese. My bad, Josh. I was looking through all of this. I guess you have none. Oh, there you go. There you are. Thank you. Angel Reese, what I need you to not do is talk. Ever. If you don't mind. It would really be cool. Now, most of you aren't paying attention to the WNBA. We understand that. Well, I do. And much like I'd know this about Draymond Green or someone, I would know this about Angel Reese because I thought it was a little funny recently. Came bet on her because she's one thing. She's been a sure bet with respect to these double-doubles, whether you call them funny or fluky or not. She got them, and you usually can win betting on that. Well, she's been gone a lot, and I was wondering what in the world's happening. Well, this latest episode, because she had missed some time, but it became a story or certainly a point of interest here in the last outing, where we now have the Sky coach explaining why Angel Reese did not play in the second half last night after a first half suspension versus the Aces. Oh, yeah, that's right. Angel Reese, please don't do what I'm about to share that you did. Please don't do this. And could you stop doing this? Please, young lady. This young lady seems to be ultra intelligent, man. She's beautiful, all these things. And she can obviously, she's an athletic, you know what I mean, specimen. If she would go ahead and focus and the girl, let me say this before I share this. She's upset. Let me tell you what the core is. The core is her output in terms of what she does and why we consider her and why we know her. It sucks. It's kind of like Tariq in Miami. It doesn't fit their egos and the persona that they're working very hard and diligently to project. Now, they haven't been as lucky and able to fabricate the outcome as much as LeBron has. That's why LeBron's thing works. He's just like them. He's the same. But LeBron, it works better. The narrative has already been established and we're saying things that aren't true. Well, people like Tariq and Angel Reese, they on sorry teams. And so the whole thing that they're trying to pull off, it doesn't work. So let me go ahead and continue. Here's the story. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese was only suspended for the first half of her team's 80-66 loss to the Las Vegas Aces on Sunday, but ended up sitting out the entire game. The Sky announced that Reese was dealing with a back injury, which Coach Tyler Marsh said she noted during pregame warmups of a game you already suspended from. Okay. Quote, she reported it to us during pregame, and so in conjunction with the medical staff, we wanted to be as cautious as possible, Marsh said. There's only 2 games left. Nobody's really trying to do anything. Reese's back flare-up capped off a chaotic week for the second-year star. Early on Wednesday, the Chicago Tribune published an interview with Reese in which she aired her frustrations with the front office, the coaching staff, and roster construction. She called for a major move in free agency and hinted at leaving when her contract is up in 2027 if she doesn't see the changes. Wait for this, everybody. Are you all ready? Hold on, Josh. I'm going to get on camera for this. It's time to see my face. If she doesn't see the changes that she wants. I'm doing the emoji man. You know the emoji man with that grin like the Tampa Bay Buccaneer smile? That's what I'm doing. At radio people. Look at on the Facebook. Let's look at it again. The changes that she wants. Let's go on. It's not over. Quote, I'm not settling for the same we did this year. Reese said, we have to get good players. Right. You're not a good player, or what do you say? We have to get great players. Oh, yeah, you're right. They can't just have you. You're not a great player. That's for sure. You're absolutely right. That's a non-negotiable for me and my LeBron James ass. That's what I'm thinking now. That's how I feel. She says, I don't want to return if it's not sweet people here. Oh, see? This is the Micah Parsons plan. These are the people. In addition, Reese made comments about specific teammates, most notably veteran point guard and franchise icon Courtney Vandersloot, who has been sidelined since June 7th with a torn ACL. Quote, we can't rely on Courtney to come back at the age she's at, Reese said. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need somebody probably a little younger with some experience, someone who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before. Marsh said the Sky would handle the situation in-house. Oh, yeah? No. She made it outhouse. Really, though. Later on Wednesday, Reese picked up her 8th technical foul of the season for hitting Aaliyah Edwards in the head during a box-out situation. I'm sorry, let me be clear. Boxing out never really requires hitting anyone in the head. Not really. It could happen, but it shouldn't. Following the win over the Sun, Reese apologized to her teammates and said that her comments were, quote, taken out of context. How many more contexts were there to take this out of?
Stop it.
Quote, I don't think I'm frustrated. I'm probably frustrated with myself right now. Now, that is the realest thing you've said, ma'am. I think the language is taken out of context, and I really didn't mean to put down my teammates because they've been through this with me throughout the whole year. Oh, that dawns on you after the PR agent called you like, fool, did you say what? You silly ass, are you out of your mind? They've busted their asses just like I have. They showed up for me through thick and thin in the locker room when nobody could see anything. But yet when everybody could see everything, that's when you run your mouth. We see you. Got you, queen. Oh, yeah. Do it in exemplary style, just like they do it. Oh, my goodness. And you wonder why we keep switching teams. This is what you want. Okay. On Thursday, the WNBA announced that Reese would be suspended for the Sky's game against the Indiana Fever on Friday, the eventual 97-77 loss. Under WNBA rules, a player or coach is suspended after 8 technical fouls. So, because of the statements, also too, because of the statements of detrimental nature to the team, we had the punishment or repercussions with regard to the Aces situation. Now, on Saturday, an interview with Vandersloot gave the Sky's broadcast team, or given to the Sky's broadcast team, against the Sun, prior to the game against the Sun. In that interview, Vandersloot responded to Reese's comments about her age and said that she would return next season. Quote, contrary to what people say or think, my age is absolutely not a factor. I am coming back. The 36-year-old Vandersloot said, quote, I'm going to come back better than ever because that's what I've done. I've put myself in the position to come back and be as complete as I've ever been at this age. The 10-32 Sky have 2 games remaining in their disappointing campaign. Tuesday at Las Vegas and Thursday at home against New York. It's unclear if Reese will suit up for either contest due to her Michael Parsons style back injury. That fool back wasn't hurt, was it? He was out there. Look like his back was hurt. Oh, I forgot they shot it up. Let's talk about it. Hour number 2. I had you wait. It was a trick. I just wanted to get to hour. Now hour number 2. We do the NFL. We come back. 5:05. We run through the whole thing. Got a lot of more. A lot to say there. Had to get that off. And also later, the Phillies and this damn Karen. Ma'am, we should exercise something that has like a guillotine in the United States. I feel like that would curb a lot of this silliness that goes on that we have to react to later. So we'll react. Hour number 2, fastest buck 20 in sports. It's a Monday. Makes sense Monday. I hope we are. We might not be. So we'll try to get it straight. Come back 5:05 right after the NFL update. Sit tight.
If fine dining in downtown Toledo is what you're looking for, look no further. Rockwell's, located in the Oliver House, is celebrating its grand reopening on September 18th with a newly refreshed space and menu. Rockwell's has been one of Toledo's premier steakhouses for more than 25 years. They invite you to indulge in an upscale ambiance with exceptional service and carefully crafted dishes. Call 419-243-1302 for your reservation and join them for the grand reopening of Rockwell's, located at the base of the high-level bridge.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
I'm Chris Rose with the NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Matt Prater hit a 32-yard game-winning field goal as the Bills came back from a 15-point fourth-quarter deficit to beat the Ravens 41-40. Josh Allen threw for 394 and 4 total touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, he had 3 total touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers threw for 4 scores and beat his former team, the Jets, 34-32, thanks to a Chris Boswell 60-yard game-winning field goal. The Bengals held on to beat the Browns 17-16 after Andre Schmidt missed a potential game winner. Baker Mayfield had 3 TD passes, including the go-ahead score in the final minute. Bucs beat the Falcons 23-20. Micah Parsons had a sack in his Packers debut, a 27-13 win over the Lions. Brock Purdy threw a game-winning score to beat the Seahawks 17-13, and debut wins for Pete Carroll's Raiders over the Patriots and Liam Cohen's Jags over the Panthers. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
When sports need a voice that doesn't play games, it's Andre of the Savages on Black and White Sports, 100.7 The Ticket.
At York Automotive Group, you'll find just what you're looking for. York! 8 locations, 11 automotive brands, and over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. And every single one comes with York Cares, free of charge. Plus, if you buy from us, then find a better price later, we'll pay you the difference plus 10%. York! Find just what you're looking for. Online at YorkAuto.com. See dealer for full details.
Come get more.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes.
In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-847-1652. 1-800-847-1652. 1-800-847-1652.
Offering immediate employment, sign-on bonus.
Black and white sports.
May 23rd, 2025.
Seriously, right now, get the money line at this value. I'm telling you like this. I'm getting in, I'm putting this in play. And I'm trying to help right now take Minnesota to win. Tomorrow. And then we will come back game 4 and take OKC. I'm telling you right now. Seriously.
Timberwolves and Thunder.
The game 4 would be Monday. And Tuesday. Monday. Bam. Okay, so there it is. Saturday and Monday.
Black and white sports. Weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7. The Ticket.
Perfect.
Brought to you by Dunn Chevy. If you have a fender bender, wouldn't you want it repaired by the best body men in town? The Dunn Collision Center is that place. Find us at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
For the past 2 decades, KNR has proudly supported Ohio families and stood by them in their moments of need. When life takes an unexpected turn, there's one thing that's remained the same. When you're hurt in a car, you call KNR.
Welcome back to Black and White Sports with Sav Sinclair.
Good afternoon. My name is Montgomery Blair Sibley. I'm the attorney for Sinclair. First, the National Press Club rents space. They do not condone or endorse the views of the people who rent the space. And as a result, he's allowed to get up and say what he wants to say. Mr. Sinclair is going to make a brief statement. You will be provided copies of that statement once he's done. And after that statement, he will entertain any reasonable questions and try to answer them. The procedure for doing that will be this microphone, because we're being recorded and we want to make sure your questions are recorded so that we get a full question and answer for the video that's being made today. That said, Mr. Sinclair?
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Hour number 2 of the fastest buck 20 in sports. 60 and 60 minutes down as we come out of the halftime locker room. Traffic portion of the program. Get these tires moving. Glass City. As we rock and roll with our good friends from Mama Mary's Pizza. The Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes. Why, Josh?
You get the cheese.
There it is. See, I got you on camera for it too. You didn't see it. That was smooth. That's what it was. I was trying to set it up before, and then you were there, and I was like, oh, man, I messed it up. Flip it. Absolutely, he's correct, though. New York-style thin crust pizza, as a matter of fact, people. My good friends on Airport Highway. That's in Holland, Ohio. I often like to describe it. You know, if you're coming down McCord, approaching the airport, you want to bend a right at the corner. It's about a block or 2. You know what I mean? You'll be able to peel right into the little plaza over there to your right. Go through one little light and then bam. Zip in. Let Frank know you listen to the show. It's Black and White Sports, or you watch it. Facebook stream, what have you, at Black White Sports. You know how we got that going on as well. So whatever you need to do. But just make sure you let him know this is how you got it, and watch and see the blessings bestowed. But be advised too, $15.95 for your specialty item pieces, and you can do it your original way. Do it with your own items for that same $15.95. But get in there, check it out. Mama Mary's Pizza, all right? 419-867-9991, or do it online, mamamaryspizza.com. Now let's move it back into motion. Get my guy in here. Been waiting to do this, man. It's always a fun time, and we get it moving, man. Get my 216 boots on the ground. You know him as the Sandman, Mr. Andy Sanzada. All guests brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line. Revisit fun romance when you do that. So wake up. Your doggone wife is there. She's woke. Get up. What's wrong with you, fool? Andy, what's up, man? You're a married guy. You're always vibrant. Andy is one of the happiest married people I've ever seen. People, let that be known before we get started around here. Let all the ladies know and everybody. Andy is a fine representation of how a husband should behave. Lord knows, I am amazed. Andy, you are a fine example. I would never be able to reach your level of commitment.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I'm not kidding. Like, I'm laughing at me because I'm serious. Everybody heard me say it. Like, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. He's too old. Look at him. Silly. No. Safety. There that is. See, they didn't even get that. Flew over. The ladies didn't like it right there. I just lost 60% of the audience right there. We have a strong female contingent.
That's what I hear.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. And that's what they say. And we call people, man, pigs and do all this stuff, man. No. The ladies think we're cute. The hell? And Josh B. He's Tom Selleck. Look at him. I don't know how we could miss this. All right, man, Sam, man, look, we're coming in here off a very stringent weekend. I call it Make Sense Monday around here, okay? So, among other things, like I said, we got to do quite a bit. I guess let me allow you first, though, to go ahead, and I don't know what you want to say. Josh told us it was about the bands, because I was wondering, why are we doing this and having this grambling? What are we doing here? And Josh explained in very great detail, it's about the bands. So man here. So yeah, I understand.
Well, I mean, that was the most entertaining part of the whole afternoon. If you were at the game, was the bands. The reason for anybody that wants to grumble and moan about why Ohio State played Grambling, Ohio State was scheduled to have a bye week already. They did not want the bye week that early. So the only team that they could pay to come to Columbus was Grambling. So that's how Grambling ended up on their schedule from a football standpoint.
These guys got a chance to run on, get on the shoe. I wish we could have got a score. Hey, but it's rough out there.
Listen,
real life.
The Ohio State defense is motivated after what they did against Texas. For these teams that they're supposed to handle like they did with Grambling, 0 is the number. I mean, that's the target, even with the second and thirds. That's just how Ryan Day has always coached. That's how Matt Patricia has always been coached through Bill Belichick in his past. And, the defense was obviously did what they needed to do to get the shutout. The thing I was impressed with, Grambling or not, Julian Saying set a program record with 15 consecutive completions to start the game. He just, the ball just.
Are we warming? Are we starting to warm to the kid? Because I was hearing a lot. I didn't hear everybody was not loving this.
Well, listen, why was he the number one recruit coming out of high school in the first place? You're seeing why. He just throws a really nice ball and he makes good decisions. So I think that'll just continue to improve. They're going to continue to involve Jeremiah Smith as they play harder opponents. They're going to have a different look against Ohio this weekend with Ohio's quarterback. He's a dual threat quarterback, so their lane integrity is going to be tested. But I expect them to pass that with flying colors. The thing I just don't like about this weekend's game is it's on Peacock. And if you're not like me and you have Peacock, you can't watch the game. Yeah. And you know, both the NFL and college are not thinking about the fans when they're looking at all this lucrative media contracts.
Here's the thing, and let me just say this too, so we don't get stuck on this. But Andy raises the point just to accent it real quick, and it goes along with why I'm trying to tell the people: listen, man, you need to focus on what's going on with the betting. I don't encourage you to gamble. I don't want to do it. If you do it responsibly, and if you need help, please make sure you call 1-800-GAMBLER if that's necessary. But at the end of the day, you need to focus on that. But to Andy's point, and just keeping it there to the commerce and to the business, no, they're not. They're thinking about the fans in the sense that they are aware you're not going anywhere. They don't care. You can expect a bunch of pay for everything. You see what I'm saying? Now, until you all revolt and say, no, we don't accept, we'll turn it off. And that's about as likely as the doggone, sun catching on fire in about an hour and never returning again. So let's not even act, you know what I'm saying? So let's not belabor the point. Let's not wallow in frustration. Let's not go and get fiscal and flackily about the Monday morning quarterbacks and we saw the foolishness and the call, they missed it. And when you saw it, it looks ridiculous. They were cheating. Stop with all of that and just try to figure out how to make the best play. Now, Andy, with that, let me come back to it. Conversely, talk about your Wolverines here. Whoa, life comes at you fast. And man, like we said there are materials to this. And nice. So, what are we? I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I just said, we're not that good. That's all I got. I ain't nothing I couldn't come up with nothing else. It's just, we're not that good.
Well, they dropped to, 23 in the polls, Woo. I think, after that loss. So the AP concedes with that. Listen, I'm not surprised. You asked me who would win the game last week, and I thought Michigan because they had to have this win, Sav.
Yeah.
They don't play another ranked opponent till the end of the year when they see Ohio State.
Lord.
I don't know how just beating Ohio State after losing to Oklahoma gets you into the playoff unless they win the Big Ten. I think they're going to have to win the Big Ten championship to get to the playoff now. That's the only path for Michigan. But you saw firsthand what it's like when you have a freshman quarterback in a road environment like that. He did okay, but he struggled. He struggled. And the thing that I was least impressed by was his ability to lead the team. You don't go and yell at a teammate after they miss a play that you think they should make on the sideline.
Hold on. Yeah, I got to jump on with you now. I got to come back on the camera. You're right, man. The sideline scene.
You can't do that as a quarterback, not as a freshman. Maybe a senior gets away with that, but a true freshman, you do not have that ability yet.
Not even a senior, Andy. They're not going to let you do that at the college level and this is why I just want to paint it, because the perspective comes from the idea that you are getting ready to elevate and there's a next level. We just said there are tiers. There's levels to all this. So if we see you as a malcontent on a subsidiary level, see, this is not going to be good because we're looking and say, well, what's to stop him? He's in college knowing that we're looking at him. We see him, especially if you high profile. If you're Underwood, this is, again, if you're my man at OU and that quarterback, okay, that might slide. It's going to hurt you for sure. It's going to hurt anybody. But at this level, you can't have those type of optics that show you're not in line with being a conformist. And we're not saying completely, we're not saying stifle guys' individuality. I'm not saying that, but everyone understands that, again, when we're asking for corporate compliance here, which is what we're doing on the collegiate level, and certainly when we get to our professional ranks, because that's all you guys are going to talk to me about, and that's what the conversation will be. So if I'm Underwood, if I'm dad, if I'm brother, if I'm cousin, if I'm friend, if it's not a dad, if it's an uncle, if it's a homeboy, if it's the hustler, if it's the drug dealer on the street, I don't know, whoever Underwood, who you fool with, again, if these people are not grabbing you by the collar and saying, look, man, and then you went out and had a poor performance, like, you could turn into an afterthought. Now Underwood, what I don't want to hear is your mouth later about the unfair scrutiny or this or something about that or something that doesn't go in line with you being responsible for you went out there and crap down your leg on the big stage. Nobody's trying to hear it. And Coach Moore, could you calm down too? I thought I was liking the players, Coach. You too hype. Your demeanor is not really looking like the leader. You're looking too much like you're getting ready to play. And I like the excitement. I'm an excitable coach. I coach the kids. I get hype and do all that, but not really all the way during the game because they peeping you. You're supposed to be trying to keep order. And if you too out of control, the kids are going to realize that. That's just, I don't know if that's good. I don't, nobody's complaining yet. I just saw Sharon Moore. I don't necessarily begrudge the enthusiasm. I love it. I appreciate it. I like that type of coach. But again, something about his style, it's seeming like we're not respecting, like you're not seeming like the head coach. I feel like if I'm in the Michigan locker room, you too homeboy.
Yes.
To me. Like,
Yeah.
if that's, do you understand what I'm saying? Or
the other thing is, can we stop with the titles before they even step on the field and prove themselves? Calling him once in a generation freshman and the best freshman we've ever seen.
Right on.
I'm sick of that. Like, enough. Let him prove it on the field. If he beats Ohio State by 21 points, I'll shut up. But right now, he's nothing. He's the starting quarterback at Michigan. That's it.
And right now, that's looking crazy. And right now, that's looking crazy as a title at this moment in time. At this moment in time, I'm concerned. What were we? I don't know. I don't know what we doing. I don't know what we were doing. I didn't know Oklahoma. I didn't know it was still Barry Switzer. I didn't know we were doing that. I should have known though when I heard the coach's story and like some of the energy with the coach. I should have known the gods were going to shine on this man. I should have known this. And we did, when we did the game day and everything else we're doing. So sometimes it's a little of that too.
Well, the other thing is, I don't think people were giving John Mateer enough credit.
No,
here's a guy that threw for 44 touchdowns at Washington State. All he needed was the talent around him, which he didn't get at Washington State, to show that he can be a guy. Oklahoma's dangerous. Oklahoma's going to have something to say about the SEC this year.
Well, I mean, clearly, if that's, like I said, because you think about the intensity, man, the urgency that is still attached to the games that we know are important. We get that everybody has their level of fluffaluffagus. We got that. But like he just said, that there meant everything to both of them, and they are on two different doggone trajectories now. Michigan and Oklahoma, good luck here at how this is going to play. You know what I mean? But, oh, boy. Yeah, I didn't love it, man. Talking to my man Andy Sanzada here. The Sandman's here. All right, 216 Boots on the Ground. We'll continue. We got a lot to do, man. Let's finally get to some of this NFL styling, if you will, Andy. Because I kind of did the thing last night. Real quick, man, because, all right, hold on. And Josh, before we take the Browns down real quick, I just want to say one thing. We're not going into it because I kind of did a stick on it. And if we come back around, we get through everything. I'll let you go off on it. But the Buffalo, you see Ski with his little Josh, any questions? Yeah, it's a question. Was it a postseason game? And no.
There you go.
And again, man, because I went through my whole Derrick Henry, and that was your guy that got the email last night, Derrick Henry. And I made this point, Andy. It's usually a guy who's having a great game when you get the rigor.
Yes.
Once you get the rigor, you see, because you're not going to suspect him. Why would Derrick Henry throw the game? He was having one of his best games of his career. Right. It's in the contract. All right, let's go. Josh, what you got? What we doing? Ohio? I saw you want to go Ohio, boy, from the gate. Perfect. You got Andy. What you want to say? Your Browns were out there, Andy. I don't know what you make of the performance. I feel like I don't know how to grade everybody. I feel like Cleveland is still a little better than they think, but it's still not right. I feel like I really saw the remnants of Stefanski and how I didn't believe it in the level that you were placing it for all these years. I feel like I saw that. And then I also saw that the Bengals, this still isn't right. And I don't think this is going where the people kind of want it to go as much as I would like it to. I have some issues with both of them, man. It's just, it was a terrible watch. Please get them off the TV.
Cleveland lost the game because they don't have a kicker. If the Browns have a kicker, they win that game. Your defense only gave up 7 yards the entire second half. You should win the football game. But they don't have a kicker. And they didn't have a kicker when they cut Dustin Hopkins.
But you got 8 quarterbacks.
Yeah. Speaking of, by the way, Joe Flacco played really well yesterday. Neither one of those interceptions are on him. They're both on the receivers. I thought he was outstanding in moving the ball down the field and moving the offense down the field. And believe it or not, I thought Kevin Stefanski called a great game on offense. I thought he had a nice balance of being able to throw the ball and use the running game when he needed to use the running game. And I didn't have any issues with his play calling yesterday. I had an issue with the fact that they still don't have a freaking kicker. That's the issue.
That's weird.
And they
That
have
is-
to solve it because this team can win a lot of football games if they fix it. If that defense plays like that every week, they're going to be hard to beat. But you can't
and
rely on
9-5 too.
And you got to
9-5
find
again.
he's a B. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year again. Watch. But on top of that, you got to have receivers that can catch the damn football. You can't be dropping passes like that. Joe Flacco put the ball where it needed to be yesterday to every one of those guys. And the two that were picked off were drops, and they had 3 other drops outside of that. You can't do that when you're not a talented football team. When you're not a talented football team, you have to do the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are catch the football and kick your damn field goals and extra points. And that's why they lost, because they didn't do the fundamentals.
All right, let's get to this doggone Green Bay situation. Oh, boy. Now, everybody wants to act crazy, man. I'm telling the people, look, now keep your doggone energy later on. And I get it. And again, this is what's always deceiving in this mishap sort of ness. How we describe that. Yes, there was a sack, but an unimportant sack, again, immaterial to the game itself at large, but sounds good in the wake of scandal. And if you have to tell stories, if you're journalists, this is what these people do. Right. Michael Parsons played okay. He played a game just like he would have played for the Cowboys. And again, it's still not going to amount to the hill of beans that you all are trying to chalk it up to. Everybody's cool. I think it's great. And I think the trade will work out for everyone, because in this regard, this is why I say this. I do feel like the Cowboys will draft well. They always have. They will make a sunlight out of a dark day, or so it seems. In Micah's case, I think it snaps you out of the false belief that you're much better than you actually are. And if anything else, if that pisses you off and you go to work in a style and in a manner that is becoming of a great player, or certainly one that they project being all the way to gold jacket possibilities, then perhaps this begins that path for you, the realities of what took place. But it wasn't a good fit in Dallas. He was too lawless. His character was out of order. If it changes in the environment of Green Bay, well, then everybody wins, kind of just like the Herschel Walker thing. He got busy in Minnesota and Philly. Shut the hell up with this foolishness. And he did not clown. The Lions played horrible. They look ridiculous. That's what we should be concerned about, Andy. Is anyone going to talk about the doggone disappearing Detroit Lions?
Yeah, listen, this is why I picked the Packers to win the North. When you asked me for my divisions.
Yeah, I should have said disappearing coordinators, but my bad.
Yeah, when you asked me for my divisions last week, this is exactly why I picked Green Bay. I knew that Detroit was going to struggle without Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was the reason their offense has been the way it has been the last few years. It's not Jared Goff. It's not Jahmyr Gibbs. It's not Williams. It was Ben Johnson. So that I'll start there. The other thing is, people are forgetting that even without Micah Parsons, Green Bay was going to be a playoff team. This is a good football team. They have a lot of talent on offense, and they improved on defense throughout the draft, and a couple free agent signings. Plus, you're never going to beat Green Bay at home in week 1. Anybody that picked Detroit doesn't understand how football works. You're not beating the Packers in Lambeau in week 1.
And here's the thing, too, Andy, now that you say that, when you add a guy like Parsons to a defense that was already stout, and those guys were formidable anyway, nobody could argue that, he will be disguised where the ineptness could lie. Trust and believe. It kind of works that way. So, again, it'll work out for him. It should help them. But this is the only thing that I have a problem with as we hit this break, man. This is what I don't get about everybody saying the things that they said and all this arguing about keeping a player like this and at this level. But he's been there, and the Cowboys are still nowhere. I guess you don't care. Sit tight, man. We'll come back. Bottom of the hour. Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes you were inside of. We're wrapping it up. Sit tight. We'll be right back.
Sports, raw, recalibrated, unfiltered. You're listening to Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages.
Hi, it's Abigail Mann from Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers. Can you...
September 30th, 2025. Whether you yell OH or go blue, Danny's Cafe in historic Rossford, the real Glass City, is the only place where Buckeye and Wolverine fans can sit together without a flag being thrown or planted at the 50-yard line. The NFL Sunday Ticket and Peacock, 50 TVs inside, 16 more outside on 2 patios, plus a rooftop deck. You won't miss a snap, a bad call, or that replay you're still mad about. Right across from Rossford High School, Danny's is famous for the world's cleanest restaurant, cleaner than the ref's whistle after a blown call at the Horseshoe. Even the bathrooms are so clean, your mom would cry. Add 20 draft beers, ice-cold cocktails, food so good it should be illegal, and service faster than a stolen signal. You've got a game day heaven. Open daily at 11 a.m. It's Danny's Cafe Rossford, 600 Dixie Highway in historic Rossford, or at Danny'sCafe, where Buckeyes and Wolverines eat, drink, talk smack, yell at the refs, and still high-five strangers.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Like I said, women have different fantasies. Some want to be with 2, 3 at a time. You know, one time I had 6 at one time. That's just
6 women.
6 women.
Now, was that their fantasy or your fantasy?
That was both. Probably mostly mine.
ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
I don't know. 3 was my max, and I don't know. I guess I could go for. Go for 6.
Yes. Here's my thing about that. Like women need attention, right? how do you pay attention to 6 at the same time?
Well, Eddie, this is the thing. You know, this is skill. This coordination involved. You got to have. You know, you can't really have amateurs because you get lost. And the whole bad part is anybody just sitting around on the outside. That's it. You're gonna lose them. You can guarantee you that, Jack. You know, that's the fear. You know, so it's personnel. Like everything, Andy, it's the proper personnel. You can't just go with your roster of anyone. See,
right?
That's the thing. That's what it is. You know. So. Josh, I'm sorry about this. We get you in trouble, Josh. Not the type of content. Yeah, it's not the type of content. Josh is not really liking that.
Oh, okay. We'll change the subject. Yeah, we run it back through the NFL.
Until the sun went down.
How'd you do on your picks, by the way?
That's why I like you gotta listen when he crack a joke when he gets one off and then he laugh at himself. You gotta watch Josh in the box. Don't look at us. Watch Josh, people. Just if you watch this, it's a better viewing if you just watch Josh. I understand other people are talking, but make sure you keep your eyes centered on Josh Burnham. I'm just telling you, I try to recommend the best viewing for the people, give them the best experience. And watching Josh throughout the show, that's your best bet.
They say I'm the bee's knees.
Yeah. See? He couldn't wait. Andy Sanzada is here, everyone. That's the other voice you hear. Josh Burnham, of course. Again, technical poobah. I am Andre of the Savages. Black and White Sports, the radio show continues. I should probably continue to stress that this is not a podcast. It never was. It's not. I get we're on the camera and we're on the stream, all this other stuff. But no, traditional radio show. That just happens to be visual. And we move on. 877-909-1007. Thank you to my good friends at the Bassett Nut Company, formerly Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn, and she will be transitioning, moving soon. You may have heard some of that in the news. Everybody in that doggone Bar 145 Plaza, everybody got to go, apparently. Yeah. Got to switch. So you got that going on. But yes, there are big bags of nuts there, and you have to decide what you want to do with the bags of nuts. Now, I don't know where you want to put them. You want to put them somewhere nearby or near, you know, if they happen to get close to your mouth or something. I don't know. Do what you want to do with them. But it's big bags of nuts waiting for you at the Bassett Nut Company.
It's the perfect football food because nuts and beer go together.
Nuts and beer. But whatever. You know what I mean? Do what you want to do with the bags of nuts. You know, put them where you want to put them. I'm just telling you, they're there. If you want to install it, wherever you want to install it, you install them. Bassett Nuts. Put them wherever you want to put them. I don't think just go buy some bags. Apparently, you know, sometimes people have a problem with where they put the bags of nuts, Andy. So I got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. I didn't write the ad. It ain't my ad. I know. I didn't even write today.
And that's the thing people have to understand. That's all Rachel. That has nothing to do with
I'm just saying, you know, everybody didn't love it. I don't know. It got us. I thought it was great because it brought the Frank thought it was clever. Say, well, somebody must be listening to that. Why don't I go on and sponsor? Good idea, Frank. Everybody copy Frank. Do like Frank does. Frank says, we're going to do a new game that Fryman says. All right, man. All right, as we cross the doggone bottom of the hour here, Andy Sanzada is here. All right, let's get back to it, man. NFL, we are reacting. Oh, this one. Okay, we pick it up. Pittsburgh, New York. How about this? Because I had all this again. Denny Schaefer told me I'm on crack and this and this. And I'm tripping because of the Aaron Rodgers crusade that now everybody can see the cat's out of the bag. Right, Andy, from the beginning with the first drive as a Steeler, I'm going into the end zone. And now, Andy, the Steelers can win games they would have certainly lost last year because they couldn't score a damn thing. So there you have it.
Well, let's
New York, Aaron Rodgers' revenge.
Let's not forget that they have the best kicker in football in Chris Boswell. So that helps. That 60-yarder helped them win yesterday, too. It wasn't just Aaron Rodgers. But impressed. I was impressed with his
for those who say he can't play. I'm sorry, but let me put it in. For those who say he can't play.
He still can sling it. There's no question about it. But let's see how he does against a higher caliber opponent going forward. But I will say this, you were of the ilk that Justin Fields was not a good quarterback. Justin Fields looked just as good yesterday. I think the Jets found their guy.
Well, let me say this on behalf of myself here. I started out in Chicago on the Fields train, and it started looking crazy because I thought they would mess him up, and just athletically they should have been able to do a lot. But yeah, he was looking crazy. He did look impressive yesterday. Let me do this though, Andy. Hold on, Josh, because Josh, go to the let's hear from Aaron Rodgers about it though. We got a couple bits here from our guy in response to the situation.
What do you want to start with?
Go either one. The one about he can't play. Maybe I might have been the second one, just I'm not sure, but the one where people said he couldn't play. Or
it was nice to win, especially hearing some of the cat calls out there, and the boo birds. I'm not sensitive about that. I expected that. I kind of like that, but there were probably people in the organization didn't think I could play anymore. So it was nice to remind those people that I still can.
Yeah, indeed. Let us know. And then, Josh, about that doggone, I guess the energy that was around the game and just beating those guys and what that must have felt like. I know they had to ask him this.
At the meeting with Aaron Glenn on McAfee a few months ago, beating him, is there significance in that since he basically told you to your face that he didn't think you were right for that team?
Yes, that's what he did.
So there's significance in beating him for you?
I was happy to beat everybody associated with the Jets.
I appreciate the candor, Aaron Rodgers. Thank you. We need that. Who has a problem with that? That's what people have a problem with. They're like, I thought it was. Thank you.
The way he was treated by the Jets, he has every right to say that. So I'm with you on that one.
But boy, did Aaron Glenn, though, he had him looking real, though. Yeah. I mean, 34-32, that was real.
Yeah.
Jets, that's not that crazy. All right, let's go, Josh. What we got? What we doing? That was serious. Okay. Oh, this one was kind of like, again, this falls under the rigatoni. This here, once again, another game that falls under the rigatoni. Tampa Bay, okay, fine. This is for later because Atlanta's getting ready to take the division over. They beat you too, and it's okay though. But we got to honor it. Bucks won the game. I'm gonna let it be what it is. But the Atlanta Falcons are going to be interesting, to say the least.
Michael Penix played outstanding. You can't put the game on him. Once again, here's another team that lost the game because of a kicker. It's going to be a theme. It's going to be a theme. But they cut to this game after the end of the Browns game, Sav. So the Browns fans had to watch their kicker miss and then watch Baker lead another game-winning drive down the field.
Right. Oh, wow. That's well.
So that's a little salt in the wound here. In Cleveland.
Absolutely. Damn. Yeah, that's certainly not a Sunday afternoon fun. Okay. And then we have this situation here. Soon, I wonder how long we should get an over-under on when this Tyreek, it's going to be time to get him. Hey, you know what? Somebody threw this theory out there. We laughed, and the people on television laughed. But at the end of the day, I wonder. I don't know if I guess I would give Andy Reid maybe more credit than to stay away. But you had Worthy with his issue with the shoulder, not knowing what's going to go on. Somebody floated the idea that Tariq could find his way back to the spot in Kansas City, but he'll be moving somewhere. Something's going to happen. That has to implode. If this comes back again, one more week of looking as crazy as they just got done looking like literally on the last season and time we saw them. This looked like we didn't even have a training camp, like we didn't even skip into a different season. The Dolphins picked exactly up on cue, and that can't be good, and there's no way that's not imploding within the next several days, I feel.
That game is the reason why a lot of people have the Jets finishing ahead of the Dolphins in the AFC East at the end of the season. But I will say this, and I'll pat myself on the back. I told everybody Danny Dimes was going to be a better quarterback when he got out of New York. He was excellent.
I'm certainly excited for the man, and
he was
where
excellent
they seem to
yesterday, and that's the reason they went with him over Richardson. It had nothing to do with skin color; had everything to do with talent.
Well, again, even if I'm cool on that and the whole thing with the skin color, man, Richardson sucks. Okay, and some of us of color only physically feel like the game is important in that regard. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. There is an element there. We don't like talking about it. Everybody is not disciplined. And unfortunately, if we want to get cultural with it, yeah, we struggle in this department. I'm going to leave it there for today. Don't get me going. But Richardson is an example. Michael Vick early on was an example. When he came back, what did he do? He was a book nerd, and you saw a result. Stop it. You can't get around it. Some people think they can athleticize through it, and you can't, and you will get cracked with that if you think that. And so there you go. Enough with this. Again, you clown the boy in New York, messed him up mentally, kill his confidence, hang everything on him. He's your scapegoat. It's still bums in New York. Oh, my goodness. We coming to them here in a moment. And again, you get free, you get a new environment, you get fresh air. Really, and to be quite honest with you, at the end of the day, I can tell you right now, it's the difference in your whole life most of the time, because I'm saying as an athlete who struggled in one department and couldn't get it right in the basketball zone, and that messes you up mentally, and you go through that. But when you find confidence, you see what I'm saying, and respect and energy from the staff on the track side, and then later on the football side, you know what I'm saying? I can see how mentally people will adjust, and you might do some things that you thought you could not do. So that man could always play like they thought he could, but New York made him the clown. And now the last laugh is kind of on them for the moment. But again, New York could win, Andy. On the way out, I know Josh had it up. I jumped out of this picture a couple of times. Let me get back to the Giants here as we go to this break, because this will be a perfect way to slide out of here, because these guys are going to slide down the rabbit hole if they give one more snap to Russell Wilson. And with that said, Adam Schefter reported before we went on the air today that New York is stating that Russell Wilson will start again for week 2, and the Giants will be 0-2. Dallas will slaughter these bums. He will not last the game. Jackson Dart will have to come into it, and at that point, if he does, all bets are off, regardless of how far down the Giants are. I will be concerned because it's the Giants and because it's in Dallas. All of these symptoms and remedies above will scare me if I see Dart. As simple as that. If number 3 is out there, everybody, let's get paid. It's an easy payday. Cowboys cover. If Russ is out there, it's easy work. Stop it. If Jackson Dart does not get on the field soon, again, the Giants will lose every time he does not start. We will come back. We'll continue this, finish it up. NFL, we're reacting. Makes sense Monday. We hope it does, but we know it might not. Sit tight. It's Black and White.
When the game ends, the real talk begins. Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
For 20 years, Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick has represented Ohioans in every county across our state. With thousands of reviews, the numbers speak for themselves. This is just the beginning of our story. Hurt in a car? Call KNR.
Avenue, Toledo.
Replacing your roof can be a stressful event to deal with, but paying for it doesn't have to be. Let Roofing Done Right ease your financial stress by replacing your roof with no interest, no payment options for the next 2 years. That's right. You don't have to pay a single payment for the next 2 years on your roofing project. How awesome is that? Contact Roofing Done Right today at roofingdonerite.com. That's roofingdonerite.com for a free no obligation inspection and never pay full price for a roof again.
Oh, it looks like it's an anime picture.
Man, that's crazy. So you can talk.
I don't talk.
Or just to certain people.
Only when I'm on the air.
Got you.
Other than that, it's got to be paid for.
Oh, haha, this guy's funny.
Yeah, you guys want the official trailer?
He said he only talked on air. Remember, Eric Chase. That's Eric Chase,
Yes,
everyone.
Eric Chase, yes.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
On 100.7 The Ticket.
All right, let's get ready to get out of here. Let's try to wrap it up and be complete. NFL Reacts Week 1. Andy Sanzada is here along with me. I am Andre of the Savages. Josh Burnham in the studio doing what he does. All right, let's pick it back up. Before we do, hold on real quick. What was I going to say to? Let me do this. Go back to the Colts real quick because I don't want to miss this. This is very important. I did not know this, and I didn't know that it was not really being made a big deal. Colts ownership. And I'm loving what we got going on here with Carly Ursay. Again, with the headset thing, I don't know if you guys heard this, but apparently Miss Owner is on the field, not doing the Jerry Jones running around clapping. Oh, no. She's on headset with the play sheet because I want to know that I'm not going to be out here making expensive mistakes. If I got idiots in here, your ass is getting gone, and I'll know why I'm firing you. Wow. And you see the Colts. It's getting ready to be something big from the Colts. I'm just saying, I just want to put that sidebar. Colts getting ready to get busy. Whole different energy there. I watched McAfee today. They've been talking about Indy, the people going crazy. They love Danny Dimes. They like, oh my God. And they didn't like it. But they're coming over. He's like, he knows they didn't love him. They didn't want him. But again, boy, are they warming up fast. And it's going to be very interesting there because they got the tools. The weapons are in Indy. They've been there. They just had this quarterback problem. We already talked about it. All right, let's move on. Let's get on out of here. We got a few more. Let's get busy. Okay. Niners, Seahawks. Again, Seahawks. What was the final here? What was the score here?
20-17.
Niners.
17-13, you said?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's right.
Okay, that's what I just want to make sure. Yeah, Seattle going to be a problem. This is a way tougher game that many people probably suspected that it needed to be, and nobody really sees the Seahawks and what's going on there. Again, that energy pervades. I like what's building. They're still going to be a threat in this division, but the Niners get this done. You expected them to, and they are going to, I think, return to form. Andy, as I was certainly expecting, it looks like they will build that momentum too. Niners going to be an issue.
Week 1 or week 15. If you win in Seattle, it's a huge win, especially in conference, in the division. And they did it without George Kittle. George Kittle did not play yesterday, so Brock Purdy did not have one of his favorite targets. And they still found a way to win.
He played, scored, and then left shortly after. So he did play. He played and scored, but then they ended up pulling him. So we don't know. It's a hamstring. We don't know. But here we got Kittle. Here we go. First one down. Then we still have McCaffrey. We'll be watching the calf. So here we, nothing new in that regard. But Here is what's new. Broncos now expected to be back in contention here, and they get it started off a little rocky at first, but certainly they prove to be the better team right now. Titans still trying to figure it out, work it out, the intro for the rookie, etc. But the Broncos, we all kind of expect to make a little bit of more noise here this go round.
Yeah, it's going to for Denver. It's going to come down to can they win the games within their division, because that division is very difficult as we know. Chargers, Chiefs, even the Raiders after their win yesterday. So whoever wins the games within that division will probably win the division.
All right, let's go. Here we got this one. This I thought would be a decent game, and it was. I wasn't mad at it. I am personally, on the bus of the Cardinals before they got to talking, before I heard from Damian Woody and some of these people saying it. It really incensed me that they took that from me. But I feel like these guys will be sneaky. They showed you a little bit of the threatening nature of how they can attack you and how many ways they can attack you. Marvin Harrison is starting to look like what we expect and what it's going to be and how crazy that can get. Nobody really can guard this kid. Let's make sure we start acting like it. They have a run game, a lot of things there. And I'm not even mad at the Saints, though, Andy. I'm not mad. I'm high-towering them. I'm not upset. Who's mad at Spencer Rattler? Why? Again, for what? At the end of the day, considering what we thought. The only thing I had a problem, take them damn uniforms off, Saints. We don't have time for that. We don't have time.
Hideous.
I don't know. Open it. We don't have time for that. No.
Yeah. Big win for the Cardinals. Good start. I think they could be a wild card team.
No, yeah, they're gonna be a sneaky problem. This here, I don't know. Just some TV time. They had to get burned up. I don't know what to do. What was the final here?
26-10 Jaguars.
36-10. Okay, so good for the Jags that they acted like a team that would be, sticking to the script in their case. But Carolina, I don't know what we do. I thought it was going to be more interesting. I gave more credit. They definitely messed up some parlays for me. I was trying to take a chance. Thought I was doing something cute. Got cracked.
Oh, Travis Hunter caught 6 passes for 33 yards in his NFL debut.
There you go. Well said. And Rams, Houston. Listen, man, Rams, Stafford, man, listen, he really is a Hall of Fame guy. And I just feel like I was reminded of that. No matter what he might have come through injury-wise and how this thing ends, he is still a bad boy. And these Rams, man, also another problem that I don't think is being spoken of, and the way they went out in the playoffs, I think might be just maybe a tip of something that, again, like I said, the people are not recognizing. And in Houston, I'm not sure what we're doing. The 9 points, I'm cool.
I'd be definitely concerned about the offense if I'm a Texans fan. But how about the call on third down for the play action pass to get the first down and seal the game? I thought that was a brilliant call by Sean McVay. And then Stafford and Nakua, that's a hard combination to stop. Listen, Sav, there's a reason I had Stafford in my top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. When he's healthy, he's still one of the best.
No question. 9, we see you, big dog. It was real. All right. Drake May is looking serious. I want that understood. But, hey, I had to make a play yesterday with the Raiders. It was just a money line play. When you see that plus 120, we got to ride. Cuz told me that. He might be hearing it. I always stuck with me. And, again, yesterday it came through. Raiders get a win. I don't want to bet against my guys. I don't want to mess with Drake May and these boys. But a lot of good flashes. I certainly love what's happening with the run game. Buckeyes in the building. We got it. But I don't like Diggs on this team. I still don't. I don't like his energy. I'm telling you, it'll surface. Trust me. And I felt like I could feel it before I can see it. It's there, though. It's not. That's the problem. One of the problems. I should say that's the problem. They're just young. And they're still going to struggle a little bit. Probably more than I thought they might.
Once again, everybody wants to, rag on Geno Smith, but he goes into a hostile environment and gets a road victory to start his team off 1-0.
Perfect Raiders right now. Like perfect. I heard this said Geno and Pete Carroll, perfect time in their lives to like be Raiders at this time. You know what I'm saying? They just fit a mold. Just excellent. You know what I mean? So here we go. Monday night. What you got going, Andy? What you gonna do? Let me give the people these props. What say you, sir?
Well, when I sent you my picks, I picked Chicago.
You did? Okay, my bad. You already had it, so I should have known.
With them at home, I just think it's going to be too much for JJ to deal with that crowd on the road, especially in Monday Night Football.
All right, Andy, I'm not mad at it. Look, hey, I got my cousin is with you. You know what I'm saying? And again, he's a bad boy with this, so I'm gonna go ahead. I almost talked him down. I'm like, let me shut up, man, because I'm tripping. I'm talking with my heart. Wanting JJ to get out here and get busy.
Hey,
not one Caleb. I'm hating on Caleb, so it's all right. He might get out here. But I think what I will say, I feel like we're looking at a run game situation here tonight, and I feel like because of that, we're getting an over. So I feel like we're under the 43.5 people. And I'm gonna go ahead with Andy. I'm gonna go with my cousin. I'm gonna go ahead and make the Bears play because we're gonna make the business play. And the business play said go Bears. Damn what you're saying, Sav. Get out of your doggone head. Go Bears. I say 16-13 is your final. We do it low scoring tonight and we grind it out so they won't ask the young guys to do too much and won't give them potential to make, again, a palette of mistakes. So perhaps that's the play. Also, in the ladies' dome, getting to the finish here. All right, last couple, getting ready to get postseason WNBA. Atlanta. We like Atlanta tonight to cover this against Connecticut. Again, Atlanta, one of the top teams, even on a bad night, trying to doggone tank it, they won't be able to. All right, so that should be, again, a cover there, but certainly a money line. I don't know how much you're going to make, though, with Atlanta there. A couple of prop bets to run out of here. Like I said, we run heavy tonight, so I like Mason in Minnesota to go over the 39.5. He has to get us 40. Caleb Williams under pass attempts, 32.5. I said we're going to run the ball. I don't think we're going to be out here gunning the football around. Not good for him. And then we're going with our man Swift. Swift is going over 54.5. So there you have it. All right, everybody, got to roll out of here for my guys. Josh Burnham there in the middle, the head technical poobah, doing an exemplary job each day. And that man over on the end, he's Andy Sanzada, our boots on the ground, 216-419 in his heart. Appreciate you, brother. Hell of a job today. All right, see everybody tomorrow on a Talk Back Tuesday. Hopefully we get Chris back. Prayers be with you, Chris, you and your family. Hopefully we see you tomorrow, brother. We get at this doggone Central Catholic Fighting Irish. Or is it, man, they not fighting. They fighting themselves now. What are we going to do? We'll talk back about it tomorrow on Tuesday and the Monday Night Affair. Get some money with me, all right? Get your paper. Please handle your doggone business today.
Tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.